wako.
Mwega biũ.
Kana te wothe.
Nĩ kwega biũ.
Nĩ kwega.
Ndĩ mwega biũ.
Nĩ ithuĩ
Aha.
Rĩu rĩ,
Aha.
ndĩrenda tumenye more about you.
Aha.
Nĩ tũkũĩ but we want to know more about you.
Okay.
Koguo nĩ ngũkũria ciũria cigana ũna. Alafu tũthiĩ tũkĩmenyanaga ũguo kahora.
No problem.
Rĩu rĩ, ũgĩtũũra ũrĩa wĩtagwo, kũrĩa ũciarĩirwo, kũrĩa ũkũrĩire. Tell us more about yourself.
Okay. Kĩu nĩ kĩũria kĩritũ nĩ maũgiana na gũcokia kũndũ ingĩrwo tell us more about yourself. Niĩ njĩtagwo Kevin Kairũ wa Nyambura, na Nyambura nĩ my mom, na ngĩciarĩirwo kũrĩa kaunti-inĩ ya Mũrang'a, thĩinĩ wa kũndũ gwagĩtwo Kĩgumo, itũũra rĩtagwo Gatũmbĩ, na kũu no kuo ngĩthomeire Gatũmbĩ primary, ngacoka ngathomera thukuru ĩtagwo Karega secondary. Maũndũ makwa maikarĩte ũguo.
Thank you for that. Rĩu rĩ, tũgũthiĩ direct into questions of the day.
Okay.
Kĩũria kĩa mbere nĩ tondũ ndĩrona wĩna scar, how did you get burned ama what happened?
So personally I'm an acid burn survivor. Na ndĩgũkorwo ngiuga acid burn survivor rĩ, yakwa nĩ kwatakwo na acid. So someone poured an acid on me. That is back in the year 2018, mweri wa ĩrĩ. So yeah, that's how I got my scar. Ngĩthiĩ wĩra rũcinĩ in fact.
That's sad.
It's okay.
Kamake. How was the recovery? Recovery, like, could recover from that acid burn to now? How has it been like?
It was a very long journey and a very tough one. A very tough one indeed. Because for me, ndacinwo rũcinĩ rũu ũguo rĩ, niĩ ndirĩ na first aid knowledge on how to deal with chemical burns. Tondũ tũmenyerete kũiguaga rĩngĩ nĩ mwaki wa nyũmba, mũndũ rĩngĩ nĩ acinirwo na maĩ mahiũ and the rest. But niĩ ndirĩ na knowledge ya the first aid ya gũ-treat a chemical burn. So I remember that time soldier warĩ hau in a mall, nĩ augire ngĩthambio na maĩ. So some water was just poured on my face, and that was the first aid. In fact, your first aid ya mbere ya any chemical burn. Then from there, ngĩtwarwo thibitarĩ. For me it was a bit ngũhũthĩra kiugo kĩrĩkũ, disorganized, because the moment ndakinyire thibitarĩ, most of the time nĩ tuonaga rĩngĩ mũndũ nĩekwo first aid and the rest, you have been cleaned up. But for me ndathecirwo cindano igĩrĩ peke yake, ngĩre ciakĩrĩ cia ruo that morning. Then I had to stay, no igua hĩndĩ ĩyo kwarĩ kĩndũ 5:45 hau ũguo cia rũcinĩ. Then I had to stay mpaka kitu saa 3, saa 4 za mchana. That was the time ĩrĩa ndagĩtarĩ tũngiuga nĩ ũguo okire, na ndagĩtarĩ ũrĩa wokire arĩ ndagĩtarĩ wa maitho. So my eyes nĩyo yarĩ ya mbere kwamba kũrora, which I thank God even to bring out the gũkorwo disorganized that morning, magĩcugurĩkĩra maitho. Then I was told to be admitted, nikamwambia hapana, because at first mimi mpaka wa leo sijuangi nani alifanya hiyo kitu. So ndio wa kuona ndiyo no rĩ, so ngĩmenya ndingĩtuĩka admitted because haizi sioni at this time, ndikana ũthiũ wakwa hĩndĩ wahanaga taĩri nginya kũira. So ndio ũranjĩra njikare thibitarĩ, then whatever the person who did that aone hakukamilisha the intention zake, then acoke arĩkie. So I just decided agĩkorwo mũkĩndũ wa maitho na mwake kĩhe ndawa njĩkĩra after every 15 minutes and at home I have someone who can do that. Then I said okay, let me just go home, and I was just given the permission. Nikaenda home, nikakaa bride for 2 good weeks, ngĩkagĩrwo ndawa maitho o kahora for 2 good weeks. Then from there, that's when my uncle came. And my uncle ndĩrokire akiuga ndingĩgũtiga gũkũ rĩu ũguo hana rĩ, because nilikuwa nakaa kama kanyama choma. Now remember this time chemical ĩrĩ ũthiũ-inĩ wakwa. Remember ndamba ndarorwo maitho, my skin hatirĩ handũ hangĩ yarorwo na even for a single moment. So akĩngora akĩnjia ndigũgũtiga gũkũ. So we went to Nairobi. Then from Nairobi I started bado kuonekana kwa daktari fulani in a certain clinic. I never thought that it was that complex. So kulingana na daktari makija, hii yako itatoka tu and uruhusu yako itarudi normal. So nikaichukulia tu lightly and was done. But rĩu kinya handũ it became messy such that wakomera pillow ũrokĩra nayo because ĩno nĩyanjirie kũruta pass, so ũkĩlalia pillow unaamka nayo. That's when we decided gũthiĩ Kiambu thibitarĩ, and the moment daktari waliniona tu hivi alisema atuongee story mingi, you're supposed to be admitted. So nikaoshwa, ile ngozi yote ilikuwa kwa uso because I was burned the entire face, then ikatolewa yote nikaoshwa, then I was admitted, nikaadmitiwa Kiambu hospital. I think it was around 2 to 3 weeks hapo, na hapo ilikuwa tu kazi ni kuoshwa, then nothing big, kuoshwa tu at least ile nyama zenye zilikuwa juu zitoke zote. Then from there, okay, also in Kiambu, that's when I had the orthopedic clinic, because you know when you go burn, skin huanga inashikana sana. So mimi mdomo yangu kegure ginya ka smoke igatiganagĩra kanua, mdomo kalikuwa kadogo sana. So at this point nilikuwa jaribu kutengenezewa pipe kama kagira kanua, so that the moment una heal the skin isishikane sana kwa mdomo. So I was still doing that. Then still there nilikuwa navalia neck collar so that shingo yangu isishikane sana, because ilikuwa ina contract such that ingetaka kuona mbele I have to lift my chest. Nikakaa Kiambu, then clinic huko sasa mpaka nikabaki kama nimeheal. But remember this time sasa shingo yangu, the more na heal the more shingo yangu inakuja kama inashikana, and that's when nikabaki na kidonda kwa shingo, haiko inapona. So the skin inapona but hiyo kidonda inatokelezea nje, kuna kanyama kaliko kanatokelezea nje. And now that's when I was referred to Kenyatta to see a plastic surgeon. Then nikaanza clinic in Kenyatta. Then I had my first skin grafting, ile ilitoa hiyo kanyama, wakafanya skin grafting, katolewa ngozi hapa kwa, nakuanga na scar tamu sana hapa kwa paja. So nikatolewa kangozi kakaekwa hapo, at least shingo ikakuwa hiyo kidonda imeisha. Remember bado shingo imeshikana but sio kidonda kile no kio ruto no ngingore no enyitanite. Then from there I had kukaa nikafanyiwa kitu tangu contracture release, ni ile una hiyo ngozi yenye imeshikana egati niyo guo, then alafu unaweka ka another skin, but unfortunately nikafanyiwa hiyo operation then ikatokana. Then in fact ilitokana after 1 week, ilipata some infection na some maji ikatokana. Then I had to wait, you know how sometimes Kenyatta because of many patients then I have to wait, unaenda clinic which was very costly because every clinic nilikuwa tumia more than 2000 it was really, and you have to go like after every day. Ukienda leo then unaruka siku moja, the next day unaenda unatolewa unafungwa tena. Then after some time then when the doctors wakadecide wafanye kitu inaitangwa frapping so frapping ni utolewe nyama sasa si ngozi, ni nyama, na kuanga bado na scar hapa kwa mabega hapa. So and that hiyo nyama sasa ndio ilikuja ikaekwa hapa. If you just check closely utaona this is a scar but hapa kuna nyama iko fresh. So hiyo sasa ndio ilitolewa kwa bega ikaekwa hapa, and then nikakuja hivyo nikuwa na recover. Then they had kupanua mdomo kidogo, they had kukata hii side na hii side because already ilikuwa imeshikana. Yeah, and that I came nikakuja kama nimeheal, and that was physically, ukiniona nilikuwa physically healthy.
Wow.
That's a journey of around 2 years.
Wow. Hata nimekuwa speechless.
But ni God.
Wow. Yeah, God. Anyway, how did you manage to cope with the pain? Hizo umesema ni a journey of 2 years. How was the pain? Was it something bearable ama ulikuwa unavumilia tu?
Let me say there are 2 types of pain. I was undergoing 2 types of pain. Number 1, it was physical. Remember this time wakati ngozi yako iko affected, it is painful. Hata saizi ukijikata itakuwa painful. It was a lot of pain, in fact a lot of pain. And 2, the other pain is the pain that I was going mentally. Okay, because you know many people wanaonanga tu ako too injured, but mentally ilikuwa too crazy.
I'm sorry about the pain, Kevin. Nilikuwa nikihoro wa skin graft.
Okay.
Ulifanyia skin grafting. Was there any surgery involved apart from your skin grafting? Ama is it the same thing?
When you talk about skin graft, and like I've said, skin graft today, it means umetolewa kangozi pahali kakakuja kakafix kidonda fulani. So you know you have a donor which is still it is you, ni ngozi yako. Like for me nimekwambia nilitolewa hapa kwa mguu. You have that donor inawekwa kwa shingo. That was a surgery, and that was the first one. The second one was contracture release yenye nimekwambia ilitokana, and you have now the other one ya frapping. Sasa frapping ni yenye now that was the major surgery in fact, which I had to go for an x-ray called tracheostomy and a lot of stuffs, you know. Then sasa hiyo ndio nakwambia walitoa nyama hapa wakaeka hapa. Now those are the surgeries that I went na operation ya mdomo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice to know. Hapo nimejua kitu sikuwa najua.
Na nilisoma kwa udaktari kidogo, sasa hivi nachachisha.
Nice. Next question. How has your life changed since the incident to now? But then you didn't mention when the incident happened. Which year?
That was 2018.
Oh. So how has your life been like since 2018 to 2024 now?
Let me say, I will surprise you at first. Okay, it depends how you see things in life, and it depends how you take the occurrences that occur in your life, how you take them. If you take them negatively, they will affect your life negatively, right? And when you take them positively, in your life, it will be positive. At first, it was crazy. Like now, I have kuacha job, you know, sijui watu vile watanichukulia. Now you see, you're worried about how people will view you. But later on, I realized it had a very great positive impact into my life, because kitambo was a very weak person. I was very weak, but now I'm very strong indeed in life, and I can cope up with anything, any challenge that comes my way. So I can believe it. It changed my life in a positive way.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Since you've said it will change positively, which is a good thing. Of course, ukipatana na watu kwa barabara, there's a way they react wakikuona. How do you deal with that? How does it make you feel? That's one of the craziest things that I've been facing.
Kitambo, I was worried. I was really worried. I was really stressful. Like ningeingia kwa gari, waingira gari uko na mundu akurorire, you know, mpaka na shangai, know how Kenyans are. Ndakomenya muno. So unapata mtu amekuangalia sana. I was like, kwani nakaaje? You know, kaihana atia, kaihana uru. Then as time goes, I started to accept now the reality. You cannot stop people from looking at you. You cannot stop people from asking themselves, mundu nikiekire. So you just ignore. Sometimes you just have to ignore some of these things so that at least you can have peace of mind. Because if every time wacemania na mundu uri akurora uri uragia kai nikiona. So I'm used to it. Now I say kids. Now kids, you know, kids are so sweet. So maybe watoi sasa watoi ndio hata nyamaza, mtoi atakuuliza sasa ulifanya nini, and you have to answer in a good way. Yeah.
Nice one. So ni si mara moja ushaipatana na mtoto anakuuliza hivyo? Mara
mingi sana. And I love kids. And I love them. In fact, I use that opportunity to educate them on fire. You know, utapata nikiambia mtoi, you know, usicheze na moto, you know, usicheze na gas. At least I get a chance to educate them and show the impact. Despite that sikuchomeka juu ya gas ama juu ya moto and whatever, they might not understand what an acid is. But if I say fire and I say whatever, they understand. And ukiwaambia hivyo, they'll be more careful.
I love your positive attitude towards all this.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what advice would you give to other burn survivors? Because I'm sure most of them are not as positive as you are. What advice would you give to most of them?
I'll surprise you. There are so many burn survivors outside here. Wengi sana. There are so many. And the highest percentage of the ones that I have interacted with, and still there are those who we haven't interacted, they are still out there because ni wengi sana, because right now if I ask you, unasikianga moto imetokea pahali and some people are affected, where do those people go? You know, ni noma sana, you see them around, but there are so many. What I would like to tell them, it's I know the hardest thing, which I also faced, it is to accept that you have a scar, to accept now the real you, sasa mwenye uko. You know, there are some things you cannot change. Like for example, hata nishinde hapa nikisema I want my band to go, it won't. Personally, I've tried to wear something called pressure garment. Pressure garment is a certain kitu inakanga kama kisocks, unavaria inajaribu kupress the sky ishe, but it doesn't. So the thing is, you accept yourself the way you are. Number two, find a supportive system. You know, you need someone to encourage you. You know, you need someone who is very proud of you. Yani haangalii the scar, anaona the bad side of it, anaona the positive side of it. And the other thing is, you try to bring a star from that scar. Okay, you know that's the spirit in everything that you have, because kuna watu wengi bado wako na scars zingine lakini si physical, unaona. But let me focus on the ones with the bad scars. Just try to bring the star from that scar. Usijifiche. Watu watakuongea siku ya kwanza, watakuangalia siku ya kwanza, ya pili, ya tatu. Some of them will hate you. Personally, I was hated. I lost so many people that I thought were my friends. But the one who stick with you, that's the real friends. Now focus on them. And also focus on yourself, your happiness, you know, your growth, because hizo ndizo zile vitu they really matters in life. When you care about what people will say, how people view you, how many times they will look at you, how many questions they will ask you, then you won't go anywhere. But the moment you take things positively, utakuwa na utastart kuwa positive. Another thing people also forget, they're the people who relate with the burn survivors. That's another problem. Mimi remember there was a time someone asked me. At that time nilikuwa naenda interview, I could go to Kameme and the rest, NTV, and someone just told me heartlessly, unashinda ukienda kwa TV hizi interview mazee, si unatuaibisha. You know, huyo mtu anachukulia your scar in a very negative way. At that time ilini affect, but nikasema hiyo ni kitu kimoja tu in an ocean, you know, it's just a drop in the whatever, and I took everything positive, and here I am. So the people that relate with burn survivors, take them positively, encourage them, support them, show them that they are worth. That's all they need. Hakuna kitu ingine. The moment you show them that they are worth it, then
kila kitu inakuwa sawa.
Yeah.
Nice. Speaking of burn survivors, do we have any organization ama support systems zenye zina deal na burn survivors? Kwenye a victim of burn can go and maybe get support, something like that.
Unfortunately, I'll surprise you. Back when I was in hospital, I saw this organization calling itself Burn Society of Kenya. But I can attest to you, from that day I've never heard about it. There is a Burns Awareness Week every year, and that's the only time I see this organization coming forward to talk about the burn victims and whatever. But the moment the day goes, then that's the end. So I would say personally, I don't recognize any unless someone comes and tells me there is this, and you know, it looks after the burn survivors and the rest. But honestly speaking, from my side, apart from that one, which I don't see any impact, sijaiona, to be honest, because I once attended their meeting, and from there, you know, it is done. And in fact, the people who learn the Burn Society of Kenya, they are not burn victims. So I don't think there is there is an organization that looks after the burn victims, and that's why I said there are so many. And because there is no one who cares about them, then you never see them.
So if you don't have a good support system, you are on your own.
You're on your own. Yeah.
That's very sad. Very sad. Okay. How do you stay positive? Because and through your entire speech, you've been so positive. How do you stay that positive and motivated? Yeah.
By first of all loving myself. That is it. Because in life, if you wait for other people's approval, you'll be disappointed. But the moment you love yourself and you see yourself worth it, you know, you start seeing things positively. And the moment you start seeing things positively, then you're positive. So it's all about, first of all, loving yourself, accepting yourself, and seeing that you're worth it. That is it. Hivyo sasa, hivyo ndivyo mi nakaanga. So utakuja uniangalie useme sijui sky yangu inakaaje, sijui what. It's okay, it's fine. I love my sky, in fact. I love it.
Ni yako.
I love my sky. So yeah, so I just love myself and focus on myself being worth, yeah. In fact, if you give people the reason to love you, they will. If you give people to hate you, they will. So the moment you love yourself and people see that you love yourself, you accept yourself, you invite the positivity, and life continues.
True. Acha nikurudishe nyuma kidogo. During your healing process, are there hobbies or activities you used to do that you gave up because of maybe the incident, the healing process?
I will say no. I will say no because okay, shetani alikuwa amejaribu kuingilia one of my hobbies because I love movies. I love reading, alikuwa amejaribu because I told you I was bride for 2 weeks. Hata saizi ukiangalia you realize that my eyes, they are somehow teary. It is because of that time. So the moment that I was bride for 2 weeks, hata simu siwezi tumia, hata kusoma siwezi, hata kuwatch movie siwezi. So at least but I won and now here I am. So I don't think there is any hobby. Sikukatwa mikono, sikukatwa miguu. So I don't think there is a hobby that I cannot do for now. I'm all fine.
Yeah, that's great. So I can see umeheal, but do you ever have any checkup with the doctors kama hiyo, ama you're done with them?
I think from the last surgery that I did, yenye nimekwambia ni ya frapping, everything rode so well, everything rode so well, and all the checkups were done, and I was cleared out of hospital. I was cleared out of everything. So I'm good, and I don't think I don't see any doc for that matter because of the scar and whatever. I'm good for now.
So you've never experienced any kind of discomfort?
Niko sawa. Yeah.
That is great. How did that experience, the entire experience, have affect your mental health?
Let me say there's something that I had said from after you asked me about my healing journey. It was I healed physically at that time. People wakiona I was physically healed, but mentally I was in a mess to an extent that I tried to commit suicide twice. So it was crazy because you don't know how people are seeing you. You don't know you don't any you're worried about how people are seeing you. You're worried about yourself, like nilikuwa hivi sasa nimebadilika. I started hating myself. And then until I came to a place where unaona sasa, like, no, there are people who cares about you because at least my family, they were close to me. But despite all that, unapata unaona like you're not worth it. Like I said, you have to see yourself worth it. So nikaona mimi sifai. So I just decided to commit suicide twice. The first one ilikuwa kwa nyumba. It never worked. Nikapelekwa hosi. The second one nilienda nikachukua gari nikaenda Thika, nikatafuta room, nikaenda nikarent. I took some madawa huko. I went live on Facebook and the rest, but God is good, here I am. It never worked. It never worked. Asubuhi nilikuwa sikia watu wakiongea, nafikiria ni malaika mbinguni wananipigia makofi, ameniambia umekuja. Kumbe ilikuwa ni cleaners wa hizo rooms wako nje. Really sad. Never commit suicide. Never commit suicide.
I'm glad you got out of it.
I'm really glad. Hata najiulizanga nilikuwa nafanya nini. But then
So did your family help you get out of it, or was it your own personal intuition?
Hiyo nao tulisumbuana na wao sana mpaka nika accept. Mpaka nika accept. Let me tell you, that morning, the next day in the morning, I have a very good friend of mine who is also by their band survivor called Dan Matakaya. So people knew that we were interacting because Dan nikipewa ruhusa hosi angenikujia, angekuja niangalie wakati niko hosi. So people knew that Dan was my friend. So wakati people saw on Facebook that I was committing suicide, alipigiwa simu sana wakiwa na another guy called Philip. Walipigiwa simu sana, and the next morning they came to where I was because sikuachukua simu za wengine but zao nilichukua. The next morning they came also with my family members, they came, and nikapelekwa kwa hosi fulani hapo, diagnosis nini kupewa madawa at least zenye nilikuwa nimekunywa zisikuwa effective, na nikapelekwa Mathare. Mathare nimechapa 2 weeks, wiki mbili. Mimi nilipelekangwa Mathare for some psychiatrist whatever evaluations, nikakaa huko for 2 good weeks where nikapata counseling, hata kucheka, nikapata counseling and and the last time I came nikawin. That's why nilipelekwa Mathare walai.
I'm glad you were able to get out of it. Ningekuwa tunajua.
Yeah, by the in fact, ningekuwa mnasikianga tu historia. Yeah.
Thank God for you. So, have you ever heard about any misconceptions about burn survivors? Tuseme kama myth hivi, sijui watu wa burn wanafanyanga hivi. Have you ever heard of anything?
Hapana, I would be lying. Okay. I have never heard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Have you ever been involved in advocating for burn survivors?
Yeah.
Would you like to be in such a program?
I have been trying. Like I told you. It's okay. Let me give you an example. There is a concept whereby many people, and which I have seen. Now, I would like people to start changing the mind towards it. There are people who see burn survivors like they are not worth it. Like they are not worth kufanya kazi fulani, a certain job.
So personally, I'm grateful for people who have mentioned me in
those rooms full of opportunities, because I have been a TV producer nikiwa na Scar. I have been a TV presenter and a radio presenter bado nikiwa na Scar. There are people who believed in me. Okay? But there are people who think that ukiwa na Scar huwezi ajiliwa pahali, huwezi ajiliwa kwa reception, huwezi ajiliwa kwa bank. I don't know how they see people with burn scars. I would like people to start changing that perception, because there are so many people who are capable of doing great things out there. They are well educated, but because they have scars, unapata hawapati some opportunities. I would like people to start changing the perception towards the people when you are on a burns. Give them those opportunities. Wacha akae hapo, maybe ataperform mzuri mpaka kuliko the person who is there. Usimjudge juu ya scar yake.
Have you ever lost a chance because of your scar?
Yeah, definitely, yes. I won't mention the company, but there was a time waliniuliza utawezana kufanya kazi na hiyo scar yako. That was the question.
Oh.
So I'm talking about something that I've gone through.
That's so mean.
Yeah. So people should change the perception they have towards the burn victims. The burn survivors, in fact.
Yeah, true. I have 2 questions here. Nataka uzijibu at once.
Okay.
Have you ever had any triggers za ama flashback ya hiyo the day
Uh-huh.
of the incident,
Uh-huh.
and how have you been able to handle them if you have ever had them?
Mhm. The second question.
Yeah, those are two questions.
So,
How have you ever had any
mhm.
flashback ama triggers,
And how I handle
and
them.
how have you been able to handle them?
I call them trauma for me. I don't call them triggers,
Okay.
because many people they are going through trauma, something called PTSD. Okay, they're called PTSD, and I have gone through them. Mimi there was a time, because for me alini ambush. For me it was an ambush, and alikuja tuanza akanimwagia na akaenda. So that attack ya mtu ametoka na akaenda iliishi kunisumbua sana to such an extent ingĩiguire mũndũ thutha wakwa ateng'erete. Even nowadays sasa ndio unapata I'm trying to najaribu kuja tu polepole tu. Ingĩigua mũndũ ateng'erete thutha wakwa, I can even step aside kidogo, ama kwanza nijifanye nafunga kiatu. The reason is vile huyo mtu vile alitokelezea, you still feeling like could this person be attacking me? Those are some of the things, but at least zinakujanga mdogo mdogo hivyo. Mimi mpaka bike usiku, huwezi nimulika usiku tupatane na wewe, hapana. Naona huyu mtu ndio akora kuita kilo fanga kana akora kuita kiloko, because the incident inakujanga tu, but how you do with it, you just learn to handle it a day at a time. You remember that you're in a safe space, you're good, no one can attack you, start being positive, and hivyo sasa, that's how I come. Hivyo ndivyo kitambo ningestuka mpaka ukijaribu kugongesha mguu chini hivyo utaniona huko. So you just try to be positive, believe that you're in a safe space. Yeah.
Okay. So do you ever worry ama have the fear that it might happen again? The one who did that act might face you.
Hawezi jaribu, alishindwa mara ya kwanza, hawezi jaribu. What happens when you beat your enemy? When you beat your enemy, harudingi. So because I believe whoever did that, maybe up to date, maybe anaonanga, sijui, maybe anaonanga. So ako zile nilijaribu nikafeli, jamaa I'm just undefeatable, man. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. May he be defeated completely.
Amen.
How would you educate others about burn prevention and safety as a burn survivor? Yeah, how would you educate others?
I want to talk about fire and chemical burn. Those are two different things. Mine was a chemical burn, and there is fire. Unasikianga nyumba imechomeka, kuna mtu ndani, gas imeripuka, and the rest. Mtu amechomwa na petroli and all that. If you're having a chemical attack ama a chemical burn, what you do, you clean yourself, the place that is affected, with running water. When I talk about running water, si ile maji ya karai tunachukua kwa karai unaanza kuosha nayo, hapana. Ni kama kwa mfereji. You see, that's the running water, You clean yourself with it. Kama ni moto hizi zingine, maybe ulikuwa pahali pakatokea moto and the rest, nguo zako zimeshika moto, to avoid kuchomeka, there is something called drop and roll. So we lala chini, then you roll. The moment you roll, ushazima hiyo moto. Then about prevention, acha check about your gases and whatever. Avoid contact na chemicals like acid and the rest. Ama any chemical that it can harm your skin and the all that, just avoid them.
Nice. I hope watu wamesikia.
Loud and clear. I hope hapo sana. Hatutaki watu wachomeke. So costly.
Yeah. How do you handle days when you feel uko overwhelmed? Kuna mkanga tu unasikia leo siishe tu. How do you handle such kind of days?
I wasn't born like this. Okay.
Yeah.
I woke up a certain morning. I was attacked. My face and my skin changed, and now I'm healed. The same way. If I'm having a challenge today, I believe we still have a solution. So the way I waited until I healed, the way I still wait until I win.
Wow. How I wish everyone was as positive as you are.
You have to. Hii life lazima ukuwe tu positive
Kuwa
yani.
positive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Speaking of life and goals and whatever,
Mhm.
so far
Mhm.
penye umefika in your life, ni goals gani ama future plans uko nazo?
What I have is focusing mostly on the people who are burn victims and burn survivors, because I don't see like they have anyone, no organization, like I said. I've not seen any organization that is caring about them. I would like to have a project whereby they have somewhere they can learn to, somewhere they can call. Like I said, you have to find a supporting system. So creating a space for their support. They have somewhere they can learn to. They have somewhere that huyu ni burn survivor anaweza bonga na burn survivor mwingine, and they encourage each other. At least creating that space. That is my goal.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
That was a nice interview.
Thank you.
My last question, ni message gani unaweza taka kushare kwa the world and the people who are curious about your journey, the entire healing process and everything? Ni message gani unaweza taka kuambia? You know, there are those who are curious positively and other curious negatively. What tell them something?
Everything happened for a reason. And God has good plans for us. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't God's plan. I wouldn't be this strong if it wasn't God's plan. So never judge a book with its own cover. Unaweza angalia mtu hivyo, maybe uniangalie unichukie, uniangalie unipende. But before you hate me, before you hate my scar, niulize to what happened. Just ask me what happened. I can tell you the journey, and at the end of it, you can attest, and maybe it can give you hope to have a better tomorrow. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you very much.
Asante.
Sina maswali ingine. I wish you all the very best.
Thank you.
And may your dreams come true.
Amen.
Amen.
Asante sana.